Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're really going to cut straight through one of the most frustrating fitness myths out there.
Oh, yeah. Which one's that?
You know the feeling, right? You've been grinding out hundreds, maybe thousands of crunches for months.
Ugh, yes.
And your midsection still feels, well, soft. Not what you were hoping for.
Definitely. And then you see all these ads.
Exactly. You're just bombarded with this idea that, oh, the only solution is some, expensive detox juice.
Right. The magic bullet that melts belly fat away.
Yeah, promises.
Look, that kind of effort without seeing results, it's incredibly demotivating. It really is.
Makes you want to give up.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it's usually a sign that you're focusing on, well, maybe the wrong type of movement.
Okay.
So our mission in this deep dive is basically to offer you a shortcut. A definitive science-backed one.
A shortcut. I like the sound of that.
We want to give you the knowledge you need for a stronger, more defined core, but without all those endless reps and, frankly, the information overload.
Okay, let's nail this down. And here is the liberating truth right from the start, based on what we've looked at. You do not need 1,000 reps of anything or expensive supplements, none of that, to flatten your abs or, tighten up those crucial back muscles.
Absolutely not.
We are focused today on one single, pretty simple move. It works the entire core. You can do it at home.
And the time commitment.
Just 60 seconds a day. Consistently, of course.
Consistency. That's the key. So what's the move?
We are talking about the plank.
The plank, okay, the gold standard. For core efficiency, it really is.
You think so?
Physiologically, yeah. I'd say it's probably the single most potent way to engage your entire central stability system. And crucially, without risking the spinal compression that can come with constant bending movements like crunches.
Okay, let's unpack this, though, because the plank, it seems so simple, doesn't it?
Deceptively simple.
Right. You drop down, you hold it, and maybe for the first, 15 seconds, you're thinking,
piece of cake.
This is easy. But then you hit maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds.
And suddenly it escalates fast. It becomes this full body fight against gravity.
Yeah. So what is actually happening inside physiologically? What makes this static hold, this isometric thing, so much better than, say, traditional sit-ups?
Okay, so what's fascinating here is the difference between isometric and isotonic. It's key.
Right. Iso what?
Isotonic means movement, like a crunch. The muscle shortens and lengthens. The plank, though, is purely isometric.
Meaning
you're holding a stable position against tension, no movement. And this sustained, non-moving tension, it forces activation of those really deep stabilizer muscles.
the ones crunches miss.
Exactly. Crunches just don't hit them the same way. And the plank, it dramatically improves your posture. It acts like an internal corset, basically.
Oh, interesting.
Reshaping the midsection almost instantly. And you don't need a single piece of equipment.
So it's not just about getting that visible six-pack, the rectus abdominis?
Not at all. That's surface level.
It's the whole system, supporting the spine and everything.
Absolutely. Think of it like turning on the body's full control panel. That's what we call it sometimes.
Full control panel. I like that.
Yeah, because when you do it right, you're engaging the transverse abdominis, that's like your body's natural weight belt. It sucks your navel towards your spine.
Okay, got it.
And the multifidus muscles along your lower back. Plus, you're strengthening your glutes, even the pelvic floor.
Wow, it's a lot going on.
It is. And when all those deep stabilizers fire together properly, that's when you get real functional 360-degree core strength.
I really appreciate that emphasis on functional strength because this isn't just about looking good, is it?
Far from it. Aesthetics are a byproduct, really.
Our sources use this great analogy, actually. Really relatable to show what that core power looks like in, everyday life.
The one about daily living. Yeah, it connects capability to just surviving the day sometimes.
Right. Like think about holding a squirming toddler or maybe just a heavy baby in one arm while you're simultaneously trying to haul 3 heavy bags of groceries in the other arm.
Been there, stuff.
If you can actually hold that position without your lower back just collapsing into this painful arch or your hips stilting all over the place.
That is the power of a trained, integrated core. It's supporting you.
Exactly. And the plank, you're saying, is the starting point for building that specific kind of stabilizing strength, the kind you need for, resilience and just getting older comfortably.
Precisely. It builds that foundation for resilience and, honestly, longevity, too.
Okay, all right. So we've established the plank is the super potent, efficient tool, builds a rock-solid foundation. Great. But now we have to address the key secret. The crucial caveat. This is where I think 99% of people get tripped up and frustrated.
Ah, yes. The visual results part.
A strong core foundation by itself.
Right.
It will not just melt away the layer of fat that might be covering those newly defined muscles.
This is so critical. And it's where so many fitness plans, frankly, fail people. Because if you're only building muscle under an existing layer of adipose tissue.
Adipose tissue. Fat.
Right, fat. Visually, from the outside, nothing seems to change. And that's discouraging.
Hold on, though. If we're only holding a plank for, say, 4 minutes a day, eventually.
Right.
How does that really change our body composition, especially if we aren't adding tons of cardio or heavy lifting?
Good question.
Isn't that claim that it turns your body into a fat-burning machine maybe a bit optimistic?
Yeah, I know. But that's the skeptical question we need to answer right. The physiological role of the plank isn't about spot reduction, like burning fat directly off your stomach. That's a myth.
Okay.
It's about systemic activation and adaptation. See, when you consistently activate and strengthen these big, deep, stabilizing muscle groups, your abs, your back, your glutes.
The control panel.
Exactly. You're creating what we call metabolically expensive tissue. Muscle tissue just requires way more energy to maintain, even when you're resting, than fat tissue does.
Ah, okay. So it burns more calories just existing.
Precisely. This whole body action raises your resting energy expenditure, your REE.
So by building this metabolically demanding muscle with the plank, you've basically made the engine more efficient.
You got it. You are inherently turning your body into a more efficient fat-burning machine overall. Not overnight, but systemically.
And the posture improvement helps too, visually.
Instantly. Better posture makes you look leaner right away. But, and this is the big but, to actually reveal that muscle definition and really use that improved metabolism,
You need something else.
you absolutely have to combine the plank with the crucial second piece, strategic nutrition.
And importantly, we are not talking about those painful, unsustainable crash diets. You know, the ones everyone quits by week 2.
Definitely not. Those backfire.
Our sources really emphasize simple, actionable swaps, things based on managing blood sugar, glucose, and easily stored energy. Tiny little nudges that create that synergy.
Yeah, it's about interrupting the cycle, where we constantly flood our bodies with simple carbs that spike insulin.
Which tells the body to store fat.
Exactly. Forces energy storage.
Yeah.
So we need to reduce the glycemic load, basically, of what you eat day to day.
Okay, give us a few powerful examples. Beyond just, swapping white bread for whole grain, what really moves the needle?
Well, I'd say focus on the highly processed liquid calories first. That's low-hanging fruit.
Like sweetened drinks?
Yeah, swap out those large sweetened iced teas, sodas, juices. Just go for water, or maybe unsweetened sparkling water with a squeeze of lemon or lime. Those liquid sugars hit your bloodstream almost immediately.
Good one. What else?
Second, breakfast. Instead of grabbing those super sugary flavored yogurts, which are often basically dessert,
Totally.
switch to plain Greek yogurt. Then you can flavor it yourself with a few berries, maybe sprinkle of cinnamon. You control the sugar.
Smart. And snacks.
Yeah. Third, really take a hard look at your snacking habits. Swap out refined crackers, chips, things like that.
The crunchy stuff.
Right. Go for a handful of nuts instead. They've got fiber, healthy fats. They actually stabilize your blood sugar rather than spiking it.
Okay, so we're managing the fuel input while the plank is optimizing the metabolic engine.
Perfect summary.
And when you get that synergy going, the daily plank combined with these simple, smarter food choices,
The results become exponential, much faster than either one alone.
the muscle starts to show, your metabolism sharpens up, and energy levels, they stay higher, right? Without that 3 p.m. crash.
Absolutely. Your energy becomes much more stable throughout the day. It really respects the body's efficiency. You give it good, stable fuel and functional demands like the plank.
And the body responds.
It rewards you with definition, strength, and better energy. It wants to be efficient.
Great. Let's talk commitment now, because knowing what to do is one thing.
Actually doing it consistently is another.
Exactly. 60 seconds a day sounds easy, but life gets in the way. Consistency is the real mountain to climb.
It always is.
But our sources laid out this rather brilliant pathway, a structured plan for building up plank endurance. It's a 28-day challenge.
Ah, the challenge structure.
Yeah.
Yes, that's vital for building the habit.
Why is structure so important here?
Because it starts incredibly small. It gets around your initial resistance. Day 1, the recommendation isn't 60 seconds. It's just 25 seconds.
Oh, okay. That's manageable.
Very. You don't jump to the full minute or even 4 minutes immediately. The goal is steady progress. You work your way up until eventually holding a perfect plank for maybe 4 minutes feels, well, almost effortless.
4 minutes sounds like a lot right now.
It does, but you build up. Those early days, say the first week or so, are purely about waking up the core. Just teaching those deep, stabilizing muscles to fire together correctly, learning the pattern.
But here's where it gets really interesting, connecting back to that metabolic payoff we talked about. By around day 12 of this consistent planking, the sources suggest something pretty cool happens metabolically.
Right, because you've been training and activating those large, stabilizing muscle groups consistently.
They need more energy.
They require significantly more energy just for maintenance. That's the magic of building muscle mass, even deep stabilizing muscle.
So you are burning more calories 204/7.
Yes. So even when you're sedentary, sitting at your desk working, or binge watching your favorite show in the evening.
You're burning slightly more calories than before.
You literally are. This is functional muscle mass raising your basal metabolic rate. It's working for you around the clock.
Okay, that's a serious motivator. Now, what if you hit a plateau? Or you just feel like you need more activation?
Good point. Plateaus happen.
The sources talk about ways to boost results, to trick stubborn fat, as they put it, adding intelligent movement and variations.
Yeah, this is all about adaptation. If you only ever do the standard forearm plank, your body gets really good at just that. It optimizes for that single stimulus.
It becomes too easy.
It becomes efficient, maybe too efficient. Adding variations forces different muscle fibers to wake up and engage. It challenges the system differently, which can also increase localized blood flow and maybe improve fat accessibility in those slightly different areas.
Okay, so how should someone start integrating those variations? What's a good first step?
I'd say start with the side plank. It's fundamental.
Shifts the focus how?
Entirely onto the obliques, these side abs, and your lateral stability. Really crucial for rotational strength and getting that defined sort of V-shape look on the sides.
Okay, side planks. Then what?
Then maybe try adding movement to the standard plank, like shoulder taps, where you lift one hand to tap the opposite shoulder while keeping your hips perfectly still.
Ooh, that sounds hard. Requires control.
It requires huge control from the transverse abdominis to stop your hips from rocking, or leg lifts, lifting one leg straight back, squeezing the glute. That brings the shoulders and glutes even more into play. Turns it into a dynamic stability exercise.
And for people looking for a truly full body functional routine, once they've mastered the basic plank and maybe some variations.
Yeah, then you can start integrating other compound movements that also demand core stability. Things like burpees, squats, especially goblet squats, or even some specific Pilates moves are fantastic additions.
The key seems to be intelligent movement.
Absolutely. The emphasis stays on moving functionally, efficiently. The more your body moves intelligently, demanding that large muscle groups work together.
The less energy is left over for fat storage.
Exactly. It leaves less energetic opportunity for stubborn fat to just hang around. You're building a body that performs well, that moves well, not just one that looks good standing perfectly still in the mirror.
Performance over just aesthetics. Okay, now let's pivot completely. Let's talk about the metric that drives most people absolutely nuts.
The scale.
The scale. We know, logically, that it doesn't tell the whole story, right? Especially when you're potentially building muscle, improving bone density.
Which can make that number on the scale stay frustratingly the same, or even go up slightly.
Right, and it's so discouraging.
Scale metrics often lead people straight to discouragement, and then they abandon the whole plan. It's counterproductive.
So what should we focus on?
We really want you, the listener, to focus on the non-scale victories, the NSVs, the internal benefits that reflect genuine, measurable core strength and, honestly, improved well-being, things that last way longer than any quick-fix diet result.
Okay, so practically speaking, what should you actually be tracking week by week instead of obsessing over pounds or kilos?
First, track visual progress, but do it smartly. Take weekly photos. Crucially, use the exact same lighting, same angle, maybe even the same clothes.
Consistency again.
Yes, because then you'll start to notice subtle but powerful improvements, maybe in your posture, how you stand, maybe a little more definition around the midsection. Things the mirror, which you glance at daily, will totally mask.
Okay, photos. What else? Beyond looks?
Track functional improvement. Seriously, note any relief from that nagging lower back pain. It's so often a direct result of a weak, unsupported core.
That would be huge for a lot of people.
Huge. Also, observe measurable improvements in your sleep quality. Are you sleeping deeper, waking up less? And track your energy levels. Are they higher, more sustainable throughout the whole day?
That's interesting. How does a stronger core connect to sleep and energy?
Well, the sources make a strong case that a strengthened core actually helps stabilize your diaphragm.
Your main breathing muscle.
Exactly. Which can improve your breathing mechanics overall. And better breathing directly translates to potentially better sleep quality and more sustained energy during the day.
Wow. Okay, so these are the real signs. Relief from pain, better sleep, more energy. These are the definitive signs of a truly strong core that's supporting your whole life, not just your abs.
Precisely. And honestly, these internal benefits, feeling better, having less pain, more energy, that's what creates the consistency needed to stick with the plank commitment long enough to see the physical results too. It's a positive feedback loop.
When you feel better, you keep going.
You're far more likely to stick with it.
Okay, this deep dive has made it crystal clear, I think. The blueprint for a stronger, more defined core is, well, it's ridiculously simple, actually.
The concept is simple, yes.
It requires just the commitment of minutes, not hours. And strategic eating, not starving yourself.
The capability, the potential, it's already inside you, isn't it? But it absolutely requires action, not just wishful thinking or buying into those vague detox promises.
Couldn't agree more. Start today. Just start. Embrace that 28-day challenge, even if it's just 25 seconds. Let that initial strength start building. You will feel a difference, likely in days, not weeks.
Okay, so if we zoom out, connect this back to the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Beyond just, looking good in a t-shirt, which, hey, is a perfectly fine motivator for many.
That's a valid goal.
But the functional power of a truly trained core enables so much more in life, doesn't it? Being able to effortlessly carry that baby, haul those heavy groceries without throwing your back out, or even just sit upright at your desk all day without fatigue. That's not just about convenience, is it?
Not at all.
So what does that superior physical capability, that underlying strength, that resilience, that quiet confidence in your body, what does that really say about your overall well-being and your prospects for longevity, going far beyond just how you look today? I think it says you're proactively investing in your future self, in your independence, your quality of life, your body's ability to support you, not just now, but decades from now. That resilience, that ability to move through life without pain and with capability. Ultimately, that is the greatest measure of success.
A perfect, really empowering note to end on. That's the deep dive for today. We really hope you feel armed now with the knowledge and maybe the motivation to start that plank challenge. Give it a try.
Just start small.
We'll talk to you next time.